10,000 years old. From the planet Venus, millions of miles out in space, came strange creatures. They came with a mission in mind, a mission to collect specimens of all forms of life, including an Earthman and Earthwoman. While the busy, bustling crowds of New York go about their business, a strange beam of energy singles out the unsuspecting figure of Jerry Drago. Ah! Good heavens, what's that? I can't breathe. Feel like I'm floating in air. Oh! And a short time later, in another part of the city, the strange ray focuses on Jill Johnson. Help! Help! I'm being lifted into the air! My head! Dizzy! I'm going to faint. When Jerry Drago opens his eyes, he finds himself dressed in strange clothing and facing a creature from some horrible dream. Where am I? What happened? I must be having a nightmare.
No, my friend, you are not having a nightmare, but you will soon discover soon enough what happened.
You're not real. I don't believe it. What are you? And how do you understand my language?
I am from the planet Venus, and I am taking you back with me. We plan to study you. But you only think you hear my voice. I am transmitting thought waves. Earth people are very short-lived. I deduce that from your memory cells, Earth people very seldom live over 100 years.
How long do you expect a guy to live? Forever?
We live thousands of years. Come with me. I must make arrangements so that you will never die.
Lead on, little man. I'm just the guy you've been looking for. Who is this? Why, she's an Earth woman. Where did she come from?
We had to have two of you. I'll kill all the germ life in her body as well as yours, and in that way, I will not only radioactivate your life cells, but extend your life rate indefinitely. As the creature from planet Venus begins his task, Jerry Drago and Jill Johnson doze off into the realm of dreams. Later, as they awake, they find themselves in a strange cell. Hey, wake up. Come on, snap out of it. Oh, how did I get in here? And where is that monster?
Doctor, it's very trying to be cooped up in this glass cage of yours. Can't you give us some sort of work to keep busy?
Why not? You cannot harm anything, and I can use help in here.
Later, in the spaceship's engine room. Now that we're out of that cage, we can find a way to escape.
I hope you're right, Jerry. I can't take much more of this.
But we'll have to wait until the spaceship lands. We mustn't do anything foolish, or they'll lock us up again.
All right, if you say so, Jerry. But that horrible monster frightens the wits out of me.
Weeks later, after they land on the planet Venus, Jerry and Jill are given their freedom.
I'm homesick, Jerry. What about that idea you had for escaping?
I've been thinking about it, Jill. The time is ripe. Now here's what we'll do.
But what about food supply?
We'll take some storage tins from the supply room and hide them in the ship. We'll escape in, but first I'll have to study the charts and workings of the ship to find out how to operate it. Day after day, week after week, and then months are spent in secret, while Jerry and Jill try to discover the mechanics of operating the rocket ship. Boy, this is tough. I still can't figure out how the atomic motor works. And suppose it breaks down while we're out in space. And later.
We can't take too many cans of food, Jerry. They might be missed.
Shh, not so loud. I don't want to be discovered when we've gotten this far.
I'm tired of all these rocket ships and monsters. All I want to see is Earth. I've just got to.
Be patient, Jill. We'll escape first chance we get, and it won't be too long now. You'll see.
Gee, it sure will be great to see the Manhattan skyline again.
I don't care what town it is. I just want to get back to Earth.
How much longer must we wait, Jerry? It seems like we've been here thousands of years.
Patience, Jill. Tonight's the big night. And that night, unseen, the pair of Earthlings slip back into the Venusian rocket port and their escape ship. So far, so good. And there's our ticket to home. Let's get going.
We can't get aboard fast enough to suit me.
Ready, Jill? When I pull this lever, we shoot into space and home.
Earth, here we come.
Deep into space goes the speedy atom-powered ship, straight on its course towards a speck of light in the Milky Way, a speck which grows larger by the moment, the third planet of our solar system, Earth. When the ship finally reaches Earth and lands in the USA, Jerry and Jill find themselves laughed at by the disbelieving crowd. And these people live to be 10,000 years old. Ha ha ha! What is this? A publicity stunt for some movie?
They're laughing. They don't believe us. We must convince them.
But how? Wait, let's go see Dr. Bidal. He'll believe us. Later, in the study of Dr. Bidal, the world's greatest astronomer.
But, Doctor, you must believe us. This clothing, this ship, prove we were there.
I've been studying the planets for years. I'm afraid I can't believe your story. Unable to convince anyone of their experiences, Jerry and Jill return to the place they landed, only to find gone.
The rocket ship has disappeared. I'm all mixed up. Was the ship stolen, or is this all just a bad dream?
If it was, then you're the only part of the dream that was real.
No, I was wrong. Those monsters were very real, and that advanced science of theirs could help Earth a lot. Just think, if everyone could live 10,000 years.
Determined to help their fellow man, despite the ridicule and disbelief, Jerry and Jill set about building a copy of the rocket ship that brought them back to Earth, so they can return to the planet from which they escaped. When we return with the secret of perpetual life, people will have to believe us. Follow the adventures of Jerry Drago and Jill Johnson in the next exciting issue of Weird Tales of the Future.